Cheaters never prosper, unless they have the right codes, and then they prosper a lot. You can prosper too by marking your calendar for Friday, August 2nd from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific. I will be streaming a very particular set of video games in my library. The retro games I love to cheat on. Those special games from my past that I really enjoyed but would never have played without invincibility, infinite time, infinite health, or infinite lives. Sure, you can get good, but I'd rather, have fun. I mean, these are video games we're talking about, right? You can come and watch me stay bad on Friday, August 2nd from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific at youtube.com/christiangeekcentral.
The song goes like this.
Hey, I'm Peter Franson from christiangeekcentral.com and Spirit Blade Productions. Welcome to Trial and Error, where I play the first part of a game or a game demo. Usually do that pretty badly and give you my thoughts along the way. This time I'm taking a look at Wolfenstein Youngblood. I am not like a long-time player of the Wolfenstein series, but beginning with the reboot, The New Order, Wolfenstein The New Order, followed by The New Colossus. I also played Wolfenstein The Old Blood. I've really enjoyed those recent games, and in particular, I've enjoyed the fact that I can play them on easy and get through them on that difficulty level, because I'm terrible at action games. I'm just not good at thinking quickly. I get overwhelmed quickly, and I'm a much more slow, deliberate thinker, so typically action games are not for me. But on the easy difficulty, I've been able to get through all three of those games except for the final boss in The Old Blood. But I really enjoy them for the world, this kind of alternate reality where the Nazis won, and there's lots of sci-fi stuff going on, and the tone I really appreciate as well, that it's got lots of heavy drama and contemplative thought, and they really play with philosophical themes and, just deep human issues and emotions, but against the backdrop of just zany sci-fi alternate reality kind of action. It's similar to what a show like Farscape accomplishes when it has these just zany bonkers things happening, and then somehow manages on the turn of a dime, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Anyway, instantly to have these dramatic moments that surprise you and thoughtful moments that surprise you. And so I've really appreciated that about the series. In looking at preview material for this, I'm not sure if this game is going to be for me. It looks like the female characters that you kind of play as are just substanceless and one note, and I just don't know that I'm going to enjoy it at all. But since they are the daughters of the protagonist of the main series, I do feel drawn to it, and I also like the gameplay of the main series quite a bit. So I just don't know what to expect, but I'm not necessarily hopeful, but I definitely want to give it a try, so here we go. Oh wow, this is the first time that they've given me the option to select an easy difficulty without making fun of me for doing it. That's interesting. Alright, I'm going to choose to... You choose one sister to play as, and the other one's your AI companion. I, for whatever reason, do not like that haircut. I don't want to have to look at it, so I'm going to play as Jess. And I'd rather look at that haircut. Alright, you can play this online with other players, but I am a solo hermit gamer, so I am only going to be testing out the single-player experience. Oh, dang. She's still walking around while I pause the game? What do you mean, resume game? The game is resumed while I am in the pause screen. Oh my gosh, I hate that. I hate that. I get that it's designed to be played online, but if I'm not playing online, can you not have a real true blue pause system in your game? This is not the Atari 2600, and I have a freaking life. That little stinkfest aside, I liked that opening more than I thought. It showed a side of the girls that says to me, okay, yes, they are going to have a bunch of bravado and tough talk, But clearly that is some kind of a mask. They are clearly trying to overcome what really is true human weakness. I mean, in the middle of her victory screaming, the blonde sister totally puked after their first kill. And what a great moment. So I don't mind if they're tough talking and stuff like that throughout the whole thing, but give me hints to show that that's not all that they are. Interesting. So the death system is a little bit different from like the checkpoint system of previous games. You share a pool of 3 lives with your sister, AI companion or not, and if all 3 of those lives are lost, and one of you bleeds out, so maybe you can lose a life but not bleed out and get rescued. I don't know what that means. You will be reset to the start of the current map. Oh, nice. So you can just walk over fallen enemies and automatically pick up stuff. I think that's an improvement from past Wolfenstein games. Oh! Where? Who? There we go. Oh, you're my friend. Okay. Don't. Can I shoot my sister? Oh, no, I can't. Well, so far it feels like Wolfenstein, just in this introductory level. Hey, geez! Okay! Oh, man! Oh, hey! I really like the Foley sound effects, too. Just the sound of you walking around with your equipment. They do such a great job of, like, putting me in these games. Is that my sister whistling? That's the one thing I don't like about having the AI companion so far, is I'm having trouble distinguishing between the sounds she's making when she's walking behind me and what may or may not be a Nazi sneaking up on me. Ah, crap. Get the... what the... I want the other weapon! Get me my shooty! Dang it! Okay, going into that cloaking mode automatically equips a melee weapon. What I didn't know is you wouldn't automatically go back to a gun when you exit cloaking mode. I wish that was a thing. Okay, so alert levels, once you've been caught, they go down pretty quickly after maybe just like 30 to 60 seconds if you get out of sight again. So that's nice. Or at least on easy. Who knows what it's like on higher difficulties. Sneaky stabby, sneaky... Sneaky stabby! Oh, there's 2 of them! There! See, I don't need difficulty for things to get intense for me. I'm very sensitive. Oh! Sophie's hurt! I'm trying, Sophie! Oh, cool, that didn't take too long. Oh! Oh! My gosh, that guy's tough. Hey, can I just come up and... There we go. Oh, so you start out with a double jump. That's interesting. Oops. Oh, crap. How far did I just... Oh, jeez. Well, at least there wasn't fall damage. Oh, interesting. Okay. So they give you a reason to switch up your weapons because some weapons do better at getting rid of the initial shielding that an enemy has than others. But you can easily check your ammo against their health bar and their armor icons to see which one's going to be the best fit. Interesting. Okay. Oh, man, that thing seems big and scary. Jeez Louise! Oh my gosh, he's coming at me. I remember these guys. I gotta get out of here. Okay, I know, but I'm about to test what easy is. I don't think it's easy enough. Oh man, we're both hurt, and she's not gonna be able to help me. Oh boy, we're both bleeding out, and that's gonna be it. That'll kill us both. No. Oh, dang. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna try, girl. What is that clicking sound? Well, is there a different weapon I should be using, or what? No, not that one. Oh my gosh. Which button is the... Okay, let's try this one, I guess. Jeez Louise. Okay. That was an intense encounter. I really need to build up my lives again. I just lost... lost both of them. I don't see any option anywhere to manually save, so it looks like I am slave to an autosave system, which, that sucks. Between that and not being able to pause, those are two significant counts against the game for me. Oh! I don't think I'm having any effect on him. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, crap! Well, we're both gonna bleed out now. That sucks. Come on now. Oh! And there I go again. This is easy, huh? Where are you, Sophie? Oh! Oh, we're both gonna go now. What weapon have I not tried yet? Man, see, I hate that I can't pause. My son's trying to get my attention. I would love to be able to pause my game. Right now, it's not something that I absolutely need to give him attention for, but if it was another situation, I'm totally hosed in the middle of a big boss fight because I cannot pause. That is possibly a deal breaker for me. In addition to the difficulty just being more than I want it to be on easy. Oh. Alright. Oh, I tried! You have died. Oh, it's Commander! That's why we got these tough enemies. Okay, so I haven't upgraded my weapons yet. I wasn't clear on how the upgrades work, but let me see here. Blitz... Oh man, I wish they... I wish they didn't have all German names. I can't keep track just based on their German names of, okay, is this the short range one, or is this the one that is like a shotgun, or... Must be pretty cool for German players, though. Okay, that definitely, after upgrading my weapons, did seem to help a bit. Oh my gosh, they just keep sending in more from the sky! Yeah, you pick up these, you can pick up readables and stuff along the way that flesh out the world a little bit. But usually when I play through the past games, I like to pause the game and like as soon as I get the item, I read it right then. And it kind of breaks up the action and the world building and stuff like that. But again, in this game, you can't, if you open up a readable, as soon as you get it, you might be in the middle of a place where you're in danger. And so the only safe time to read it is going to be much later, and I'm probably going to tend to forget about reading it then, or I won't want to read them all in one big long stretch or whatever. So that inability to pause is having a greater effect on me than they would probably anticipate. Okay, I like this. The Catacombs is your base of operations. When not engaged in combat, you can fast travel back to the Catacombs. So that sounds like that's something you can do just about any time as long as you're not engaged in combat. That's very cool. What I'm hoping to get a handle on is how exactly I gain experience, and then whether or not I can grind to earn experience while using the Catacombs as my home base. Up to this point, it's been just kind of a linear track without respawning enemies, but what I want at this point is a place where enemies will respawn that I can grind for experience at. And then I can truly have the easy, for me, experience that I want to have. Oof. That's rough. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there are in-game currency. There are options to buy in-game currency. What does gold get you, though, in this game? I don't think there's any way to see, like, a full map of the area. I just got the mini-map, and that's it. Alright, well, at least if I set a mission as active, then that, will put a directional marker on my mini-map. But what's the deal with those gold bars? Okay, I just looked it up, and apparently they can only be used to buy cosmetic stuff. Which I have mixed feelings about, since I don't think the difficulty on the easy mode is tailored to be as easy as I'd like it to be. I wouldn't mind an option to spend a few bucks more to kind of cheat. Okay, did a little quick research. From what I can tell, the skill points that you use to unlock certain abilities or static buffs or increases to like your armor or your health, those skill points are given to you when you level up. So ultimately all of your grinding is going to be grinding for experience. I mean, you do want to pick up these silver coins too, but that's going to be more for that's going to be for your weapon upgrades. But I'm interested in grinding for experience, and you can get experience from main story missions, side quests, action objectives, Abby's challenges, which are just kind of like random challenges that will be radioed to you and you'll be alerted to that you can do while you're out in the field, or killing Nazis. So I'm glad to hear you can get it from just killing Nazis. That's what I want to see if I can grind. You know, because what if I don't feel like strong enough, even on easy difficulty, to take on a main mission or even a side mission? Then I want to be able to just grind on Nazis that are out in the field. So I've got an experience bar there at the bottom right, leading up to level 10. I don't see like a number anywhere that says how much experience points specifically I have, so I'll just have to kind of go off of eyeballing that line there. Oh boy, here's a big guy. Ooh, that thing is big. Big and scary. Oh, and they got those things. Oh boy! All kinds of Nazis! Oh wait, that's my sister. Oh boy. Oh, that's my sister again. Stop shooting your sister. Okay, so we got the big dog. Oh, that significantly moved that bar up. Okay, well let's just do a little bit more of that kind of stuff. Okay, so I just cleared out like the first big block of this part of the city that I fast traveled to. Now I'm going to leave it and come back, see if the enemies respawn, and if they do, that'll mean that I could do some grinding. Yes! There's that big ugly dog again. And the drone is back. Okay, so enemies totally respawn. This is great news. Whoa! What the crap? It was like a robo-Nazi or something. No way! The coins respawn too. Wow, that's really cool. So the currency to upgrade weapons and the experience points that you can earn respawn in this first Little Berlin area that I get access to after I arrive at the main hub. Which means that if I don't think the game is easy enough on the easy difficulty, I can just hang out here if I'm patient enough and grind my way as high up as I want in my power levels to make the rest of the game, you know, however easy I want it to be. That's really cool. That's really cool. That just bumped up my likelihood of buying this game significantly. It's not that dying every now and then is all that frustrating, but there are so many other games that I already have unfinished in my library that are not frustrating at all. They're just enjoyable. So why make time for a game that's even a little bit frustrating? Why give any money to that experience? We just live in this age of ridiculous wealth in terms of games we can choose from. The other thing, too, with Wolfenstein games for me is I'm not always in the mood for a really intense shooter experience. And they tend to be more about, like, jumping into a firefight and going at it, compared to, like, the Far Cry games where I can a little more reliably handle situations with stealth. Whereas these games, you can handle them with stealth for a little bit, but not near as long as Far Cry will let you. At least that's been my experience. Oh, jeez! Take out the Commandant! Oh my gosh, that thing is zippy! It makes a difference in my attitude about a game, too, when I'm, like, wondering, am I going to be able to see this through to the end? I really hate playing through part of a game and enjoying it and realizing at some point, oh crap, this is going to be too difficult for me to finish. And once I get to a place where I feel confident that I am going to be able to finish a game, it really changes my outlook and feelings about the experience. It takes a lot of the tension out, or at least the frustrating or unnecessary tension, and allows me to feel the fun of it a whole lot more. Oh, hold the phone. You can use gold bars to buy boosters that last for 10 minutes apiece, one that boosts XP, one that boosts health, armor, coin that you loot, ammo that you loot. So there is some in-game benefit potentially to buying the gold bars. Boy, I'd like to take a moment before taking on whatever is next and upgrade myself a little bit, but unfortunately, entering my menus doesn't pause the game. For all I know, as soon as they're done talking, she's gonna die. It'll be an insta-fail for the mission. You know, being able to access a larger map would be nice. I don't like having to memorize the layout of buildings. It definitely doesn't have the focus on story that the main installments of the series have had. And it certainly lacks a really strong villain. Both of the New Order and the New Colossus had scenes early on in the game that established a villain that you just hated because of how helpless you felt in their presence, and because of the things that they did. And there's no such villain in this game. It's just two girls, as a dad would think of them, looking for their dad. And their desire to find him is almost more out of curiosity. They're not necessarily thinking that he's in danger. They just don't know where he is. And I think putting him in danger is some kind of dramatic hook would have been really nice at the start of this game. Although I do think at the beginning they paid good attention to establishing the family relationships very well. But with the previous two installments in the series, they would have cutscenes that would make me feel like when I was done, alright, I have got to kill these bad guys, dang it, they have got to be stopped. Whereas in this game, I know they're Nazis, I know that they're doing terrible things, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling that driving the gameplay. Oh, that's my sister! Oh, jeez! I am getting to a point now, and part of it is because I'm basically playing this all in one stretch, as opposed to, an hour or so of each night over the course of multiple nights. I'm basically doing all of my playing of this game in close to one sitting. But I'm getting to the point where I'm just losing interest. And I think it is because it's lacking that, the character hooks, the character-driven story of the main installments of the series. Not only was, I think, B.J. Blazkowicz a much more interesting and sympathetic character to me, he also had a much more interesting supporting cast of really unusual characters. And people that I grew to care about, even over the course of, one half of one game. There were members of the supporting cast that I started to care about, and villains that I very quickly hated. And there's just nothing like that that's driving me toward playing this game more and more. Am I enjoying the moment-to-moment gameplay? I am. It is definitely, even though it's added, the experience level stuff, as far as the second-to-second, moment-to-moment gameplay, how the gunplay feels and, what the world is like to move around in, it definitely still feels like Wolfenstein to me. And I care about the Wolfenstein story and that universe enough now that I am almost definitely going to come back to this at some point. But I think even though I'm not at my traditional 5 hours of playtime, I'm probably about 4 hours and 20 minutes, something like that. I'm going to go ahead and stop right now. I think if I were to play 40 more minutes, it would only maybe unfairly sour my opinion of the game a little bit more. And I say unfairly because I think for me this is the kind of game that I'm going to indefinitely enjoy, but in short bursts when I'm wanting this particular kind of gameplay. Playing this now actually makes me kind of want to go back and play or finish playing my second playthrough of Wolfenstein, the New Order, and the New Colossus. Because there are some key choices, one key choice at the beginning of that first game that changes a lot of the narrative path of the two games in the series. Change what supporting cast members you interact with, and therefore changes the story experience and the emotional experience of those games. So there's a lot that those games still have to offer me that might satisfy me even until we get the actual proper Wolfenstein 3, as this is just kind of a side story in that new series. There's no sign that it's going to be playing around with any philosophical themes in the way that the last two games did, and I've been spoiled by that a little bit, so I definitely notice its absence here. I really appreciate that when a movie or a game or any kind of entertainment can really intelligently explore some philosophical or anthropological issues that ask the hard and deep questions about life that we all think about in one way or another. So I think that's about it. I guess in short, I would say I wish it would make me think, I wish it would make me feel, but I am enjoying the levels and the moment-to-moment gameplay. And it's one that I will at some point purchase to complete my broader Wolfenstein experience. But I don't feel any sense of urgency about purchasing it anytime soon. I have plenty of other games that I haven't finished that I am enjoying a good amount more. Alright, those are my thoughts. I'd love to get yours in the comments below, and then I hope you'll join us soon over at christiangeekcentral.com as we continue to geek out and seek the truth. Cheaters never prosper unless they have the right codes, and then they prosper a lot. You can prosper too by marking your calendar for Friday, August 2nd from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific. I will be streaming a very particular set of video games in my library. The retro games I love to cheat on. Those special games from my past that I really enjoyed but would never have played without invincibility, infinite time, infinite health, or infinite lives. Sure, you can get good, but I'd rather, have fun. I mean, these are video games we're talking about, right? You can come and watch me stay bad on Friday, August 2nd from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific at youtube.com/ChristianGeekCentral.